Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Recon here with another Girls X Battle 2 video for you guys. And today, this time, I'm going to be talking about your first LB5 girl. We had some discussion with some people I had about it just to make sure, but we came to the conclusion there's only really 4 girls in the game right now that are the best to grab as your first LB5. Yes, there's other ones that do okay at easy in the early game and stuff like that, but as far as an overall complete girl that can help you out in many game modes, there's only 4 of them. And then as you progress further in the game, of course, there's other girls that do better in other things, but this video, we're focusing on what your first LB5 should be. I should also state, whenever you're building your first LB5, do not make side projects. Focus on that one girl, right? You could take other girls to 9-star. That's fine. I understand. You can take them to 10-star to use, then have them there as fodder for your LB5. But don't be making other LB1s, LB2s, LB3s, and they're just going to sit there forever and you're never going to complete them. Take them to 9-star and 10-star, and then focus on the 1 to LB5 first, because you have all the copies. Feed all their food girls into them, and after you get that first LB5, then you can start working on other LB5s, essentially. You can start doing it more and more from there. Please do not make too many side projects. That can stall your gameplay so much and make it harder for you to do anything in this game. Okay, that being said, let's start with Fenrir. Very top one. Crystal, HP, and block. That's all you need for her. That's what you need. She needs as much block as possible, at least getting to 100%, because her passive ability is her main thing. Her modes, house exams, practical works, and PvP. PvP, she's a powerhouse right now. It's probably her best mode. House exams, she's not going to get to HE 80 for you, but she will get you far enough that you can get some nice rewards out of it. Practical work, she helps out with damage there. Every time a girl uses active, she gets buffed. As the further the rounds go, the more stronger she gets. She's not the best one in practical works, but she can still help out early game as far as helping you trying to get some rewards out of practical works. Antiques. A little side note on antiques right here, guys. I put the best ones for them there. I understand not everybody can get them, but if you can't, refer to the tier list in the top right corner. There is a box with all the antiques and the alternatives that you can use for the better antiques. So all the pay-to-win antiques, if you look at the box, as you're going through the box, there'll be other ones that show that, hey, I can use this one instead because I can't get to that one, essentially. Okay? Just a side note there. So it's going to be Black Magic Hat, the Magic Hat, and the Echoes for Fenrir. Next up, we have Rogue. Crystal is going to be crit and crit damage. Only one crystal there for her. That's all you need. That's what needs to work for her. Modes are going to be House Exams, Patrol, PvP, and practical works. House exam, she can solo to HE 80. Patrol, she'll finish all the way to Nightmare 100. She's a key component in there, finishing there because of the double crystal. There's the rogue stages. There's the 5 Kratos stages. She's really needed to help complete those. PvP, she does fairly well. She's not the best in PvP, but early game she'll help out a lot in PvP. As we get further on in PvP and your account progresses throughout however long you're playing, she's not as great, and there'll be other girls that you need to focus on there. But as far as your first LB5, she's a 100% great candidate. Practical work, she can help out a little bit of damage in there. Still not the best there, but she can help you at least if you're lacking in damage. Antiques are going to be Thorn's Heart and Chainblade. Thorn's Heart's going to be your crit damage one, and Chainblade's going to be the one with armor break at 100%. Of course, if you don't have these, like I said, refer to the tier list in the top right corner box. There's alternatives there. Next up, we have Nephlilum. 2 crystals, HP and speed. I'll get into the differences there in a second. Modes are going to be House Exam, Security Squad, which multiple nefs there makes it pretty easy. It's easy mode, essentially. You just click and it does it by its own. PvP and Patrol. PvP, she is top level. She is amazing. She's better than Fenrir. She's one of the top girls in the meta right now, so it's good to know. Patrol, she'll get you to Nightmare 51 for sure. And after that, Nightmare 51, she can be a little bit of help passing some stages from 51 to 100. On that, she won't get you Nightmare 100 though, unfortunately, but she can get you still really far. House Exams 80, she is easy mode essentially. You just put the right setup on her and she's good to go. Now, as far as the crystals go, HP can be used in all the modes essentially. So you can use it in HE, Security Squad, PvP, and Patrol. It's actually the preferred method in House Exams, Security Squad, Patrol, and PvP. It's 50-50. Now, HP and speed is going to be for PvP only, essentially. That's just see if you can get your Nephilim marks off quicker than the other girls. That way that they take damage when they use their actives. So you can try that. The PvP meta is more shifting to HP on Neph, honestly, but you can still use HP and speed and do some shenanigans there. So that's why we have 2 crystals for Nephilim right there. Antiques are going to be Invisible Cloak, Eternal Dawn, Black Magic Hat, Fake Crystal. The Fake Crystal is for the HP and speed build. Remember that? The best antique for her for the damage reduction is be Eternal Dawn because it's HP percent. It also covers damage depletion on that. Invisible Cloak and Black Magic Hat are just normal damage reduction. Black Magic Hat's going to be the lesser because the Invisible Cloak also adds holy damage, so that's going to be the better one than Black Magic Hat. But they're all good there. Also, I say again, refer to the tier list if you don't have these, but at some point everybody gets a Black Magic Hat. It just takes time. It took me over a year and 6 months on my account, my main account, to get a Black Magic Hat. So I know everybody can get one. It just takes time. Trust me. I was annoyed that I never had one. Everybody around me had one, and I didn't get one, and then I finally got one. So that was nice. But you'll get one eventually. It just takes time. All right, last up we have Mika. She is a new girl. She is a great candidate. She heals herself. She taunts to make girls only focus her. She's very tanky. She can also do a lot of damage. So she is a great first LB5. She can also do HE 80. So that's a plus. All right, her crystals are going to be HP and speed or crit and crit damage. The HP speed build is mostly to get your taunt off quicker. To do it there because she does get 50. She does have full energy at the start of the battle because one of her passives gives her an extra 50. So she starts off with an active on round 1. So that's good. Crit damage. If you want to optimize her more damage, you can do that as well because she's already getting energy. She's full energy around 1. So you don't have to worry about doing energy antique on her essentially. Modes are going to be house exams, patrol, and PvP. House exam, she's going to get you to 80, just like Rogue. Patrol, she'll get you pretty far. I'm assuming no overnight here at 51. I've already finished my nightmare, so I can't compliment on it. But we've been talking about it, other people talking about it. She's going to get, I would assume she's going to get you at least nightmare 51 because the way she heals herself and she can do a lot of damage, essentially. PvP, she's really good in PvP right now. Obviously, she's not the best. She's not the tier 0, but she can still get you some good value on your team with the taunts because that will, let's say Neph's passive affects the whole team, right? If she's taunted, it will only target the Mika. None of your girls will take damage besides the Mika. And she heals herself and she's tanky. So essentially, she makes it to where girls can only attack her and damage only doing to her if they're taunted. So makes the survivability rate of your team a lot higher. So that's really a good plus. Her tanks are going to be Chainblade Axe, Deception, and Eternal Dawn. The Deception you can use with the HP speed build because she's already getting energy, so you can try and get your taunts off quicker. That can be a thing that totally can do. I've seen it. Eternal Dawn can be used. Gives a little bit more tankiness. You can use it with the crit damage, or you can use it with HP and speed, and she essentially just becomes a huge tank. She's with problems. She can just soak up damage. The Chainblade Axe is going to be more for your damage dealing Mikas. You can use it with the crit damage, and she can do lots and lots of damage. She can still tank. Obviously not as going to be tanky as Eternal Dawn, but she will do a lot more damage that way in a lot fewer rounds. As the fight goes on, she does a lot more damage. She survives very well too. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got. Just going to remind you at the end of the video. Focus on one girl to LB5 first. I understand. Let's say you have 5 copies of Neph and 5 copies of Rogue. Okay, I get it. You got. Let's say you have all 4 of these and you're working on all 4 of them. Try to focus on whichever one you get the more copies of first, and then go from there. And then you can focus on another one of these essentially. So if you have 7 copies of a Fenrir and 4 of the Mika, just lock your Mikas in the bag, leave them at 5-star, and focus on the Fenrir because you have more copies. Now in the future, let's say you end up 8 copies of Fenrir and 9 copies of Mika. I get it. You might want to start building Mika a little bit. But first off, what I would do is build a 10-star, set it off to the side for the Fenrir in case you happen to get that 9th copy of Fenrir to finish it, and then you can work on your Mika while you're waiting on that extra copy of Fenrir. That's the only time I would consider you not focusing on finishing your first LB5 and not making extra side projects. But other than that, just make sure you don't have too many side projects. A lot of people I've seen on their accounts, they're doing this, and it's just slowing the progress down way too much. That's all I got for you guys. I hope this helps and clarifies some things. I know people are still going to have lots of questions. The best thing to do at that point is there'll be a link to my Discord down below. Join the Discord. There's plenty of people in to help. If I can't answer you, somebody will. Just go in there and ask questions. That's the best thing I can do. No question is a dumb question. I started off with this game. I was not that good. Took me a while. I learned. I asked lots of questions. And now I'm able to give back to you guys what I've learned. Still learning things every day. But if you have questions, please ask. That's all I can say. And lastly, if you're new to the channel and you find this is very helpful, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate your support. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, as I always say at the end of all my videos, be safe out there. It's a crazy world, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Oh yeah, and I got new glasses.